Good morning, everyone. We are up for Pilates and it is getting light before I get there. And look at this sunrise. I am honestly, my heart cannot cope with this time of year. I know I'm going on and on about it, but look at that. How does that just happen? How does that just exist? It's like a candy floss sky at just gone 6 in the morning. What an absolute treat. In case you don't know, I haven't been to Pilates in, it must be nearly 2 months, I think. I haven't been since Atlas arrived and I have missed it so much, you have no idea. I think I had to just be really realistic with myself. I was going to drop down to like 1 day a week because I've been going twice a week, but I thought I've got all year to go to Pilates still. Let me just get him settled. I'm never going to get this time back. I'm never going to get this opportunity to just drop everything in the evenings and go and put him to bed. So that's what I've been doing, and I honestly think it's paid off so much in that, like, he's really starting to know who I am, and that means absolutely everything to me. So now I get to go back just for 1 day a week at the moment to see Claire, and I am so looking forward to this. The aches and pains in my body since not doing Pilates is honestly ridiculous, and to be going back when the sky looks like this. Can you see how beautiful that is? I don't think you can. But it's one of my favourite places. Anyway, this is going to make me late. But anyway, so I'm heading to her house now, and I am so looking forward to yet another clear blue sky day and starting it exquisitely on the reformer. And also something tells me, because it is pancake day today, I think Mr. Millen Gordon is going to be whipping up a storm in the kitchen. He has been mastering the art of American style pancakes, and I honestly am like, oh, I married the right guy. I married the right guy. Anyway, I'm gonna turn you around and show you this beautiful scene going through my village, and I'll see you on the reformer. Would you look at that? The street lights are still on, but the skies are the main event. Oh my word. The little chocolate box house. This is where we're going to get to see some nice views. Here, oh my god, it smells so nice in here. Oh wow, and it's light. I can't believe, and it's frosty. Oh my god, I feel like I haven't been here in forever. I'm here. If any of you were wondering what the scent was when I walked in, it is this from the White Company. It has been a long time since I've smelled a White Company fragrance and been like, wow. I feel like they paved the way in home fragrances in the early days, but this is unbelievable. This is bergamot and cedar, and it smells almost like, it's almost got like a sort of oudiness to it, so it's really rich, but it's also got the lovely essential oil notes from bergamot. Oh my god, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I'm not here for the fragrances, I'm here to actually do some work, and I'm already late because I was filming the sunrise.
So, let's turn around facing at the back of the reformer.
I definitely think I need to stretch out my back today.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
So, hold on to the box. Again, same, hips stay still, pushing those knees forward. And then slowly release. Good. Take it back.
You know these things that say, what's your favourite position? CEO. Mine's not. My favourite position is child space.
Inhale, push all the way out. And slowly, are you okay?
I've concentrated.
That's an unused face. Oh, yeah, that's good.
I mean, it was kicking in on the last day.
Okay, just take it.
was just saying to Claire when we were stretching out my shoulders and my arm that I think I've realised that I've started having pains in my wrist and thumb. You know, I've got the problems with my ulnar nerve, and I hadn't put 2 and 2 together, but it's because I've not been coming here and not been stretching out my body in the way that I usually do. And I'd got used to the fact that I didn't have that problem anymore because I was stretching and doing so much more sort of mobility stuff and working out here as well. She puts me through my paces. So just now when we were stretching, I was like, oh my gosh, like my shoulders, my chest, my arms, my wrist, everything is so tight. And I hadn't even done the math that because I haven't been coming here regularly, I haven't been experiencing the benefits that I got so used to experiencing. So it's very good that I've drawn those correlations, because I will not take this long off ever again. Okay? You have my word. I apologise.
My arms feel like I feel like these noodle arms, like
Going to really push that pelvis down first. Let the arms go over if you want to. How does that feel?
So good. Honestly, my shoulders feel like they have been like completely released. Oh, like a new woman.
Gets that blood rushing around the head.
Yeah. I used to stay down there so long that the blood burst in my eye once. Like, okay, that's intense, Lydia.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. Okay, so I have finished up at Pilates, and that was such a joyous class. Like I said when I was there, I really feel like I'd forgotten what my body felt like when I was doing that regularly, and I think that is now, I needed that time off to realise how important it is, especially for my upper body, how it feels when I regularly do Pilates, when I'm regularly stretching. And I cannot tell you, it's so weird that I was like, why is my arm starting to hurt again? And it's because I've not been stretching and drawing that correlation between how my body feels, not just how my body looks from these classes, was, I mean, for me now it's a non-negotiable. It's almost made me think that having one myself for the times when I'm not able to get to Claire would be so happy, and also just helping me stretch out even more. I just feel like a new woman. So now I'm heading to the vets to give you an update on Porty's rash. It actually has got better, and we got the results back from the test, and they did actually, well, they say they came back as conclusive, but I don't know whether they were just trying to say that because we'd spent so much money on them, but they said that there's a lot of inflammation there, which obviously I could have told them that because it's very inflamed. And then they also said that there isn't any signs of cancer, but because the sample was so small, that obviously is a possibility. However, I'm just going to say that I just don't think it's anything cancerous. It just doesn't, it's just, this is purely like on the surface of the skin. This is like a topical thing, in my opinion. And so the next port of call is a steroid cream that I'm going to pick up. I'm also going to run into Waitrose to pick up some bits as well. And then I'm heading home for pancakes because it's pancake day, and I think what a lovely way to start the day. I feel like every day for me is, what a lovely way to start the day. Which is quite a far cry from the person that I used to be. Genuinely, it amazes me how much joy I find in the world now, when I used to literally think that the whole world was against me and that the world was awful. And it's so easy to get into that frame of mind. I often see it in the comment section of my videos quite a lot, when I can see that someone can only see the bad things that are happening in the world. That is very much their own journey, and it's not for me. Sometimes in my videos I always like to sort of touch on these topics and just remind you that there is so much beauty in the world. Even when it doesn't feel like it, there is so much beauty in the world, and it doesn't mean that you're completely ignoring what is happening in the world. It just means that you have to be able to live well in order to do right for those things and to be able to help with those things. Because I think we can often feel quite stifled and frustrated and helpless in the world at the moment, and I know exactly how you feel when you feel that way, but taking care of yourself is integral to you being able to take care of others. Anyway, so I'm heading to Waitrose and to pick up the medicine, and then I'm heading home because I was having some profound chat with you there that was completely off the cuff, and sometimes I just like chatting to you guys when I'm in the car. It's quite nice. But I'll see you when we get home for pancakes, because that sun is shining. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Can you smell the pancakes? Can you smell the pancakes? Come on.
Pushed that to the wire.
Did I? Oh wow. Coming home to a pancake stack. I got us some berries from Waitrose. Ready for the flip. Flipping out.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
I'm coming in. Ready? Hey.
Well done. You're a pro.
That's a tiny little flip. Right, they're yours.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Fourth one's on its way.
Amazing.
Okay, still warm. I can feel them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Lovely.
What do I want on
What do you want on yours? Yeah. So this is what we are going to have. Greek yogurt with berries and a little bit of maple syrup. Well, that's what I'm going to have anyway. Ali might change his mind throughout, but that seems like a perfect.
I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to have some hazelnut chocolate.
Ooh, maybe I'll have the last one with a little bit of chocolate, because this will be my protein after my workout this morning. Oh, those pancakes were delicious and have set me up very, very nicely for the day. My goodness, I know I keep saying it, but I feel like a new woman after that class. So happy that I've been able to draw those correlations between recurring injuries and ailments with my Pilates, because now I can really set like a manageable workout plan, because obviously I was doing 2 days Pilates and 2 days PT, and I think what I will do now is probably aim to have like 1 Pilates a week and then have like a ride in as well, that kind of thing. Anyway, speaking of all of the health stuff, I was talking to my friend Donna Bartoli. If you don't follow Donna Bartoli on Instagram and on YouTube actually, she is pretty much one of the only people that I follow with regards to like health and, well, not health, like health stuff. She basically promotes a anti-inflammatory diet, but she knows so much about supplements and she's tried a lot of things. She's kind of lived this way her whole life, and now it's come to prominence in the last few years, hence why I'm doing it. But she's pretty much the one person that I go to. I think she's an incredible content creator and I just love her as well. The other person that I really listen to about like nutrition and things like that is Emily English, and you'll see that I listen to her because I've been using one of her supplements that she told me about ages ago. It's not one of hers, but she uses it and she told me about it and it changed my life. So basically I was on Health, which is, it's sort of like a health supplement store, but they focus on good health supplements, and getting into the box is not easy. I needed to order my L-glutamine because I've been changing how I've been doing my L-glutamine. So to explain to you, L-glutamine is what I started taking because of Emily English. She did a post on her stories, basically explained the symptoms that she was having and how this affected her, and I was like, my gosh, that sounds like me. When all of those times I was like, I think I've got a gluten intolerance, I think I've got a dairy intolerance, I think I just needed some L-glutamine in my diet. So I bought it, I tried it, and it changed the game. But what I noticed was, throughout the day I would be fine from having it, but it would be towards like the end of the day, if I like went out for dinner or something like that, I would get, like my tummy would be a bit funny again. On the tubs, it usually says take once a day or take 1 scoop a day, but you can actually take it with each meal. But what I've been doing is putting a scoop in my Stanley cup. This is what Emily does as well. And I thought I'd never get into it because I was trying to have it with like flavoured things. But it was such a faff and I wanted it to be easy. So I've trained myself to put a load of water, a load of ice, and my L-glutamine in this in the morning. And now it's easy, no problem. And then what I do when I finish this, I just do another scoop and another litre of water, and that sees me through the day. And what I have noticed is now I'm not getting unwell in the evenings. So I needed some more L-glutamine because I've been going through it doubly quick. And I've tried a few. So I've tried Thorn, and Donna tells me that they generally have a little bit of like sweetener in their supplements. I didn't know that. Then I tried like the Oxfordshire Supplements Company, which I loved, and I'd probably go back to them, but I did want to try something different. So this is a supplement company that you'll know I use anyway. I have a lot of their like drops and things, but this is the BioCare L-glutamine. Now this is a lot smaller, so maybe that's the price difference, who knows? But I bought their L-glutamine powder, and I'm going to be trying that out. This is a 200 gram powder supplement. But if you experience like, it's almost like bizarre things will just not set off my tummy, like I'll just get an upset tummy. That's big, but saying it blatantly obviously for you, I get an upset tummy and I can't explain it. It's just kind of out of nowhere, and it's almost like it could be because I drink too much water with my meal. It could be something that doesn't agree with me, I don't know. And I always notice that like the people that I'm with don't get the same thing. Since taking this, it's stopped it. So it's almost like my body just needed something to help with the processing of things. And I'm really, really trying to get better with my gut at the moment because I'm experiencing, or I haven't been recently, but like such bad puffiness in the morning. Like my eyes would be swollen. It was so strange, like really, really strange. And I still haven't got to the bottom of what that was, but it seems to have died down now. However, fresh L-glutamine. The next one that I went for, and this is a new thing, but I've always like seeing Donna use it. She basically uses colostrum powder, and this is a grass-fed and regeneratively farmed colostrum powder. And basically the colostrum is the first milk after a baby is born. Now obviously as humans, for us that is in very short supply and at a very early age, and there's not a lot of it. And so what they noticed was that bovine colostrum, I think that's what they called it, is very, very similar in the makeup of the colostrum. And so what they do is they take it, and it's at no detriment to the cows either and to the calves. They are fed and looked after. So it's basically, it's done in a really, really good way. And then it is like dried. Don't ask me, I didn't invent doing this, but it's like basically made into a powder, and you can add it to smoothies. I wonder what it's going to taste like, but apparently it is good for muscles, bones and cartilage, good for your gut, and good for immunity defense. So here you go, this is what it says. Colostrum is the first milk produced by cattle in the hours following their infant's birth to develop the calf's immune system and trigger growth, which makes sense because when you have a baby, they're very, very vulnerable, very, very prone to infection and illness, and so they need a lot of support. So it makes sense that this particular substance is what mothers and cattle produce in order to support their babies. Our colostrum is from grass-fed, regeneratively raised cattle and is ethically sourced from the surplus left after the calf has been fully nourished. So that's what I was trying to tell you. We gently dry the milk into a powder which is packed with nutrients and growth factors. But what I loved was that it focuses on bones and muscle and cartilage, because your girl is very active now. If she's not in the garden, she's at the stables with her 700 kilogram horse. If she's not at Pilates, she's doing PT. If she's not running, she's on a dog walk. She's an active girly. I need to take care of my muscles and my bones and my cartilage because I currently have a little bit of a knee injury, and I also had a little bit of a back injury. So I need to take better care of myself. And the fact that this is also for your gut and also with defense, because you know I get really ill very, very easily and I need to do something about it. So that's that. This one was for the puffiness that I was experiencing. This is the True Hydration from Ancient and Brave. And basically, Donna is like, she should be an ambassador for Ancient and Brave. She is incredible and she knows her stuff. She knows which are the good ones, which are the bad ones, which are the ones worth spending your money on. If you want to know about supplements, if you want to know with like anti-inflammatory diets, you are going to want to follow her. And I literally discovered all of these bits and pieces through her. Notice everything is in powder form because I am a baby and I can't swallow tablets. This is their True Hydration Electrolyte, because I'm worried that it's like me not absorbing water, even though I drink a lot of water. And the weird thing is I'm one of those people that like I have to get up in the night and go to the toilet. So I'm worried that I'm not absorbing my water better. Does that make sense? So I'm hoping, yeah, so this is just another thing to add to my water. My goodness me, I'm gonna be drinking so much water. But yes, this is made with natural coconut and is an advanced electrolyte formula food supplement. So that's one. And then this one, I just kind of added on, even though I actually already have this. I haven't finished it yet, but this is the Microbes Woman Hormone Health. I'm still on a mission to get better with my hormones and hack them and just generally live a better life. Now, I try to eat really, really well, I do, but I'm not perfect when it comes to eating a varied diet. And so I do use supplements. However, if you're getting all of the goodness that you need, you shouldn't need to. I just think, especially for my gut, I definitely notice that like, I've got a gurgly gut. I can just tell that Carrie's gonna cut that and put that in. But those are the things that I bought from Health. I was really annoyed because it was like, if you sign up, you get 10% off your order. And I was like, oh, I don't wanna sign up to another thing. And they signed me up anyway and I didn't get 10%. I was like, you should have known that, Lydia. This is not your first rodeo shopping online. So anyway, I am going to make myself a little concoction. Apparently the colostrum is to go in a smoothie. Okay, we're gonna give this a go. If anything, I'm just gonna do the electrolytes, because I've got the L-glutamine, although this is nearly empty. But what I've noticed is I'm constantly like shaking it up, because the thing with L-glutamine is you've got to be careful because it congeals at the bottom. So I'm constantly shaking it up and people always go, do you want some water? And I'm like, no, I'm just shaking my L-glutamine. Anywho, it's another beautiful day. I haven't been outside to the greenhouse. I did buy some things in Waitrose. I actually bought some seeds and I bought 2 boxes of Dahlia tubers, because I watched a video last night on TikTok and the lady was saying that you could put them into pots and look after them in your greenhouse and then plant them out. And I'm thinking, I'm going to start small, try my best. I have tried with Dahlias previously, but this was when I just thought you just shove everything in the ground and hope for the best. Now I understand that Dahlias take quite a lot of love and care. And so I bought myself 2 boxes which have 3 tubers in each. I'm going to do 6 pots and I'm going to see how they go and then plant them out in May, because even just have a few little cut flowers. I've obviously done sweet peas and my sweet peas are obviously my children and doing really well, but I thought I could try something different. I probably paid through the nose buying them from Waitrose, but it felt manageable for me and I'm happy to do that, so yeah. Good evening everyone. I have had a very, very slow and chilled day today. I went and put Atlas to bed yesterday evening and it was just wonderful. He will be having a bath imminently at the stables because tomorrow is a very big day. It's actually a very big week for Atlas because this is the first time, many firsts for him with me. He's going to be meeting people other than Ali and Claudia and people at the stables. He's going to be meeting people like in my life. So tomorrow, because he's going to be doing another first, which is a photo shoot with me, which I don't even know how much to go into this because I have had so many experiences like this in the past. And so I don't want to like jinx anything, but it's a very, very big moment for me. And I'm so grateful that I get to do it with him. Like, it's gonna be a very, very wonderful shoot. I know it, but I feel like I'm gonna be overwhelmed, but we shall see how that goes. He's going to be meeting Carrie tomorrow for the first time. He's going to be meeting Alex Power for the first time as well. And he's going to be meeting some people and people that I know in work as well for the first time. It's a big day for him. So he's having a bath this evening and being all primped and pampered, ready for tomorrow.
So I wanted to go and put him to bed yesterday, and he was just wonderful as always. In fact, I got there earlier than Claudia, so what we did is we went for a little walk around the paddock. And today, excitingly, I have just paid the deposit on our little bistro table, and I wanted to go for two chairs, but the one that I found has 4, and so that means that if any of the girls at the yard want to join us in the paddock, or if the boys ever want to join us in the paddock, they can. It's actually so beautiful as well, so if it doesn't go in the paddock, I will have it at the house quite happily. It'll be my afternoon tea table, but it's beautiful. So today, anyway, because I'm worried about being overwhelmed tomorrow, I've taken today quite calmly. I've just been finishing off jobs, finishing off bits of content. I've just fed my sourdough starter because Carrie and I are having afternoon tea in the garden this weekend, so I'm going to make a fresh sourdough loaf for my sandwiches. I also need to make a cake for it as well. Carrie is on scone duties, so she's going to be making the scones for afternoon tea, and that should be really nice. But yeah, I've started the process. I've been making all of the notes down, and I'm practicing. It's now should start bubbling away. I've set the timer for about 2 to 3 hours. Tomorrow I'm worried about being overwhelmed, just purely because I have to be in front of the camera, so he is not going to be my responsibility as such. We have Claudia as stable hand on the shoot, which I feel really lucky because he knows her, so he should feel fine, but my responsibility is to do the job on that day. So I'm a little bit worried about that because I know I'm just going to want to like calm him down, and do you know what, I'm actually feeling like I'm going to cry talking about this. I don't know why. I think I'm very close to my time of the month. Where's my phone? Where's my natural cycles at? Oh yeah. Okay, that explains it. Yes, so I'm worried about that because I don't want him to like get overwhelmed and things like that. But obviously I've talked, and I feel like I've been really vulnerable with this journey and told you exactly how I'm feeling, and the times that I feel like I'm not sure, and at times I feel worried, and the things that I've had to overcome, and the fears that I have to overcome. But it's been such a good week, and I wanted to make sure that wasn't the only time he sees me this week, so I went to see him yesterday. Made his dinner, brought him in, sat with him in his stables, chatted to Claudia and that kind of thing. So yes, tomorrow's a big day, and I'm nervous because I've never done anything like this before. A lot of the control of this shoot is out of my hands, if that makes sense. So usually I have like a screen, because I'm someone that like I can see where I need to correct my body and my face and that kind of thing by seeing the image. I'm not someone that operates really well blindly, so I'm hoping that the photographer will at least let me look at the back of the camera. Also, there's a stylist. It's just very different. So I wanted to chat to you before and explain. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film this, but it is actually going on at the yard where Atlas is as well. So honestly, like when I tell you that I feel like you don't think things are going to come together as beautifully as they do, but when I tell you that this stables in the yard, it is unbelievable. Everyone is so incredible there, and they've just pulled this together so beautifully, and they're so easygoing. So I can't believe that I'm getting to shoot at the yard. It's also 20 minutes from my house, so I can just drive there. I can go kind of in my normal yard gear, change into the outfits that they need me to shoot in, and then get into my riding gear and hop off. So that's tomorrow, which is Thursday. At the weekend, on Sunday, I was asked very kindly by Ali's brother and sister-in-law whether their daughter Delilah could come and see Atlas. She's only little, so she's not going to be like going on him, although Atlas used to have Charlie's dogs on his back and that kind of thing, but she would like to come and see them. So I think I'm going to take her to the paddock, and then what we'll do is there's like a little petting zoo. She'll go off and see the animals, and then we'll get tacked up and she'll watch us ride out as well. So he's going to be meeting Ali's side of the family as well. I think my dad might come down tomorrow. You know that my dad, I've told you this before, my dad and my auntie used to show jump. So my dad is just, he loves, I've never known him to want to come and see me so much as he has with Atlas, okay? So he's gonna be meeting Atlas for the first time tomorrow if he comes down to the shoot. And then he's also gonna be meeting, I think, Ali's dad, Ali's brother. I think they all might be coming down, which is really lovely. So it's a big week. It's a big week. And I thought, do you know what, seeing as I've had a nice chilled day, I'll talk to you and tell you everything today and give you all of the context that I can before my brain fills up with brain fog, especially because it is this time of the month as well. So yes, I've fed my sourdough starter. One of the other things, oh hello, Pumpernickel. What are you doing down there? The other thing I wanted to tell you about, now I haven't tried it yet. Oh, actually, lots of things to tell you about. I had my first colostrum this morning and I just did it in water. I really just went, I thought I'd go in at the deep end with it and try it, and I really like it. I actually really like it. So I'm looking forward to having that every day and trying that. But Claudia, and she's honestly like a wealth of knowledge. She's really into like health and nutrition, and I feel like she should share more of this on her Instagram because she's very into like the health and nutrition and the condition of horses, but she's also into it in like with humans as well. And basically I was explaining to her some of the, don't back up and knock my camera off. I was explaining to her that some of the things I was experiencing, and she said to me, do you have breakfast in the morning? And I said, no, I don't. And I know most people say that, oh gosh, you've got to have breakfast, most important meal of the day and that kind of thing, but I genuinely am not hungry most of the time at breakfast. So it's something that I have just grown accustomed to, and so whenever anyone says, oh, try having something really breakfasty, I'm like, oh. And she said, well, I have a cup of bone broth in the morning. And I'm thinking, that sounds blooming expensive. Like a liquid bone broth every day that's any good quality. Obviously you can make it yourself, but like that's a lot of bone broth making a week. And just drinking it as well, I was like, is that with the bits of chicken, like first thing in the morning? I'm not so sure. And she told me about this thing called Planet Paleo, and it's basically, it's a powder that you just put in water, and you do it in hot water. You can sip it like a tea for like a warming nourishment. You can also add things, like I would add like some lemon juice or something like that to it. But it can be used as like a protein powder as well. And she's done loads of tests on this. It's the whole bag is compostable. It's organic, it's sugar-free, gluten-free, bovine origin, high protein, plastic-free, dairy-free. It's pretty much everything that you could want. And she's like, it doesn't make you feel full up, but it gives you that shot of protein that your brain most likely needs at that time in the morning. So I'm gonna report back on this. I got it on Amazon. She told me about it, and I was intrigued straight away, so I'm going to have some of that tomorrow morning. There's a lot of drinks going on in the morning, I have to be honest, at this moment in time. You little shish kebab. Crying at the door and then running in. Yes, so I'm having a glass of colostrum in the morning. I'll be having, in fact, I might put the colostrum in this. That might taste rank though, but we'll see. A glass of colostrum, a glass of this. I'm also having my electrolytes. I'm also having my L-glutamine as well, but I can have those in just my water. But it's a lot. I've also just taken delivery of my flour, and this isn't usually something I would be so excited about, but I'm gonna unbox it with you. Because I'm really looking to support as many of the local farms to where we live as possible. Oh my gosh, don't tell Ali, but I'm using one of the fancy steak knives. And this is a local farm. It's not for you, Looney. Looney, my love. Good job this is wrapped in plastic in here. Do you mind, my love? Do you mind? We are going to need to rectify this situation, my love, because is this your way of telling me that you would like some food? I feel like this is. You would like some food, wouldn't you? Don't play hard to get. Every time I'm going around with Lydia, don't play hard to get. What do you want? Come on, let's go get you some food. Come on. Not you. I didn't say to you. Not you, but me. No. Your food is in there. Come on. I know. You just want to sit there for a little while, don't you? I'll just wait for you then. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you for that, Looney. Much appreciated. Okay, now that the lady has left the building, I ordered this flour because I, first of all, couldn't resist the packaging, but also super local. It's actually really close to where where I first started riding Romeo. I needed to stock up on strong white flower. And so that's what I've done, so that I can practice until my heart's content. So, as you can see, it is wrapped in plastic, so Lumi's bottom being on it doesn't matter. Porter, can you get out of the empty box, please? So this is the I can't believe that I'm romanticising flour. I am absolutely nuts. But this is the Haygate's Premier Range Fine Lady Strong White Bread Flour. Ideal for bread making machines and all the other good stuff. And this is a Northampton Strong White Bread Flour. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to pop these into stock, remove the box from Porcelain, and crack on. My life is literally just surrounded by animals at the moment. I am not complaining at all in the slightest. My next port of call for the day is to feedback on some house bits and pieces with fabrics and that kind of thing. And bar designs, oh my goodness, anything I can show you, I will do. I've just booked in to go and do a bit of a like design day in London, going around all of the like Chelsea textiles and places like that. So I'm looking forward to that. That's booked in. This is when I'm really happy that I'm doing it this way, because I'm getting to go and see like so much more and get exactly what I want. Right, fabric shopping day is booked in. Invoice has been paid. First things first, let's look at the bar unit. Okay, so you've already seen this, so. It's amazing, isn't it, how like costs can just be so expensive. So what we're hoping to do is like round the edges of the bar. And I hope you don't mind me mentioning an actual cost here, but just to do that is an extra £8,000. But I know that from everything in our home that these little things make such a difference. But yeah, such a huge amount. I just don't understand. You never used to want to eat, and now you love your din-dins so much. This is the most adorable thing about Barkley. When he's waiting for his dinner, he can't stay still. His feet just constantly move like this because he's just so excited. Barkley lives. He's coming, my loves. I've just put the chickens away. I'm trying to get on with my work. And where is he? For some reason, he's not happy about something, okay? And then we've got this madam. Look at that resting bitch face. And she doesn't want to use her perfectly adequate cat flap. Right, we're going to go and sit on the sofa. Just let your demanding sister in, and then we can all go and snuggle on the sofa and watch With Love, Meghan. How about that? Once I've done my emails. I know that's what you're crying for. You want to watch With Love, Meghan. Oh, yeah, now you're excited. You love Meghan. Porty loves Meghan. Not even a thank you. Right, my second batch of sourdough dough has been made on my own. And this time, so far, no mistakes have been made. I'm now leaving it to prove for an hour. So I'm going to watch an episode of With Love, Meghan, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. Look at these two. You are just too much. Come on then, let's watch your favourite. Dum-dum. Okay. Ooh, sorry, Barky. That scare you? Ooh, play episode. Quick, Porty, it's starting. Ooh, starting with bees. We like bees in this house.
So do they have bees then?
Last time we came and checked on,
Butty, you're missing it. I didn't know they had bees.
but I still need you.
Well, Ali does it entirely by himself at home. Oh, I like that. She says it's like important that you should do something that scares you a little bit. I feel like that with riding. Like riding is a constant test of me, like being a little bit scared. I mean, with Atlas it's a bit different because I have a lot more confidence in him. But yeah, it's one of those things that you're always a little bit scared with. So this is the part where I'm sad because it's like this beautiful like home, but I want it to be her home. Also, by the way, if you don't like Meghan and you don't want to hear me talk about her, then you can skip past this bit. I have no problem with anyone in this capacity, especially when they're not like hurting anyone. I understand that people think that she's like done things and said things, and I say this as someone who loves the royal family and I'm a complete royalist, and I'm super sad that her and Harry are like apart from it, because I think their input in things would have given a real like modern spin on things. And as you can see, she shares so much interest, like common interests with the king and that kind of thing. I think that William and Kate are like super traditional, less like modern. They're like very, very likable, very, very like they're people. Whereas Harry and Meghan feel a little bit more modern, and I think they could have really added different elements. And so it makes me sad that that's not the case, but I also think that she was on a journey that I can hugely like understand when you're not prepared for something. I don't think that she was prepared for what happened and for the ferocity that came for her. I can relate to that on a massively huge, like smaller scale. It's not me, what's the word, like drawing any correlation, but I can just understand. I think that's something I'm quite good at, is I can understand what it's like to feel unprepared for something. And that's something that I always say about my career, is that I was unprepared at the beginning for the ferocity that I was met with. And so I was kind of going, whoa, can everyone just calm down? Like, I'm just processing this, and really I should have been prepared for that before I went into the situation. And I can see that this same thing for Meghan. So anyway, that's just kind of like my thoughts on it. But I know that a lot of people don't like her, and I mean, I find that super interesting in itself, and I think there's definitely something to look into. Like I hear people start talking about her and I'll be like, have you met her? Because I wouldn't know any of those things. So I just find the whole thing super bizarre, and the ferocity of it. Like when I talk about her on my videos, some of the comments I'm like, guys, come on, we know better than this. I feel like our community is so lovely, and I think over the years the people that really didn't like me have mostly dropped off, and they just find me boring now. But that always shocks me, that when I mention her, that some of the comments are super ferocious with regards to her. And I just, even if there was someone that I saw doing things on TV or in the public eye or anything like that, I don't know how I could have that level of ferocity to someone that, first of all, I actually have no idea truthfully about what went on, because I wasn't there. I've never met that person, and I'm unlikely to, and I can only take what I'm seeing, and what I see is someone that perhaps in the beginning was a little bit unprepared, quite a lot unprepared, I think would be a fair thing to say, but who's trying to show her evolution and is trying to establish her footing. And I am not somebody that believes that you just strike someone off because they might do one thing wrong. I know we've all been, well, there's been the eras of, you know, cancelling people for mistakes or things that they've said, and we realise that doesn't really happen. Like you don't someone doesn't get cancelled. They don't cease to exist anymore. And so really it's like a moment of ferocity, and it dies down, and
sometimes there are people there to pick up the pieces and put things back together, and sometimes they look different, and they are different, and they're different human beings after that. And I just have a much more empathetic, and I'm just interested in the facts, and there's so much that I don't know, therefore I can't really judge on it. All I can judge is what I've seen, and that's what I judge on. I don't listen to the tabloids, I don't listen to the aides in the palace, I don't listen to any of that stuff. I just go on what I can look at as a human being and go, okay, this is what I've seen. I've watched the interviews, I've read the autobiographies, I've watched the Netflix show, and all of that kind of stuff that comes from those individuals. Anything else around it, I really can't comment on. And I think that that's a really balanced approach to take, because when we start listening to gossip and aides and people saying this and this, that and the other and other people's opinions, I don't like making my opinion on someone off of the back of other people's opinions. I really like making my own opinion with the facts that I have in front of me. And there's not a lot of facts. All I have is what has been released from them. The palace hasn't released hardly anything, and I respect that. And I'm watching the show. Sorry for that rant, but like, sometimes I think we get very used to listening to people around us saying this person is this way and this person is that way. And I think there is a real sense of strength in being able to go, I can hear what you're saying and I can hear what you're saying, but actually I can also see what's actually happening here. And as a society, we often look to the people around us to form our opinions. I really like to form my own opinion without listening to people around me. And my opinion is what I've just said. And I have I just could never understand the comments that are said about her. I can understand the feelings that she must feel about that, because I can put myself, the ferocity just feels so bizarre to me, so bizarre. And yet here she is working with Netflix on not just her series but also her brand. It just goes to show that when you are a bright light, despite how unprepared she was for that shining light, when you are a bright light, there will always be a polarizing opinion of you, and that's where, as a brand, there's huge amounts of power, I think. But anyway, sorry, I got carried away. We're literally 2 minutes and 48 seconds in. Play.
Magnesium flakes, great to relax the body. You can add more to it.
I'm so gonna make some magnesium salts for Ali. Ali loves baths. That's definitely a goal for me moving forward, is giving myself the time to prep more for when we have guests staying over, because sometimes it can be quite last minute, and I think that I would like to do that more. I'm getting better at like making sure that things are chilled, cakes are made, my bread is obviously currently being made, but I want to get better at a few things. But what it means is just time for me. But if you know what you do, this is what I find with baking, is if you know what you're going to make and you know how to make it. Like the other day when Timmy and Alice came over, I literally whipped up a cake in like an hour, and I felt so good about that because I just whipped up this cake. So yeah, would definitely like to do a little bit more of that. Interesting. So she's made something and then she's saying that she's going to take something that's already made and display it. I love that. Obviously for me it would be a little bit different because I wouldn't want to take something, I don't know if this has UPF in it, but I love personally the idea of making things for people. But I think this is, if you're time poor, such a great little hack. She's just kind of put together a welcome tray which feels a little bit more manageable, with something like fresh, like flowers, some snacks, something for them to sort of indulge in, whether that's like a body cream or a bath soak or something like that. I really like that idea.
I'm never gonna get through this. There's like 20 minutes on there and we're only 8 minutes in. Oh, that is time for my first stretch and fold. Okay, I'm going to just sit and watch this now because I think if you want to watch any more, then you absolutely should go and watch it for yourself. I think that I've already given you so many thoughts about it. I'm just going to sit back, cuddle my sausage dogs and my cat, and enjoy the show. Well, I'm 1 episode in, and I have to say, I really enjoyed it. There's definitely a playful side to her that is fun to see, but also she's like teaching things that she knows whilst also learning from other people. So like she said with the bees, she doesn't know what she's doing or she doesn't feel comfortable, and so she has someone there that knows what they're doing and is comfortable. And I think there's a real strength to be able to say, this is one thing I'm not like the best at or that I know, but I'm still going to bring you along for the ride because I think it's fascinating. I really like that. I've clipped my hair back now because I appreciate I was playing with it so much. My battery died, so that was why all of a sudden I just cut out there. But it's obviously weird for me as well because it's that I totally see why so many people have messaged me being like, oh my god, I think you're going to love this, because there's so many similarities, and it's really lovely to see those similarities and those like shared interests, and also feel inspired as well to try other things. I was really like Googling candle making classes. I would love to do a candle making class because I'd love to learn how to first of all utilize the leftover beeswax from our bees, but also to really craft beautiful scents for candles, because you'll know candles are something that I just love so much. They really are an emotive thing for me. They set the tone, they set the vibe for my evening, they set the season, the scene, the theme, everything. And so I'd really like to look into that maybe a little bit more in just learning how to do it myself, because I have a very specific type of scent that I like when it comes to candles. I am now taking a break whilst I wait to do my next stretch and fold, because I need to prep what I'm going to wear tomorrow. I'm literally going to the yard and doing a photo shoot, so all my outfits are going to be there already, and I just literally get to go in like yard clothes, because I'm going to go in jeans and boots. Turning up to a fashion shoot in jeans and stable boots. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a first. And I need to take my riding gear as well. I've got this new set from Holland Cooper, which I have been so excited to try. I have a new, like the newest set from Holland Cooper, which I actually don't own a pair of riding leggings. These are their new ones, and I love the new take on the branding. It feels so much more pared back and looks like almost like a proper kit. I really, really love it. Like, look at this like knocked back embroidery on their equestrian wear. This is a navy set, and I think navy looks really nice with chocolate brown anyway, so that is what I'm going to wear to ride tomorrow. And I'm going to go and put my jeans in the wash, because these need to be washed as well, so I might as well get some pajamas on and head to bed. But Claudia has been sending me updates of the bath that the boys have been having. It's like I've got a new horse. He literally looks like a new horse. I couldn't believe it. I was like, is that Atlas? So I'm very excited for tomorrow, but I actually think I might end this vlog here because I think I have chatted so much. I'm gonna go and do my stretch and fold in a minute. I'm gonna watch another episode and I'll give you a bit of a debrief. But I think if you're able to put aside your like personal feelings, if you were able to, I'd say if you were able to look at her as if you've never encountered her before, and you're just watching someone live their life and share it and hopefully do something that inspires you, that really all she's doing is sharing things that will enrich your life and make life a little bit lovelier, I would definitely suggest watching. But obviously if you don't like her, it's the same with my videos. If you don't like me, I don't know why you would watch, because it's just going to make you feel something awful, and I don't know why anyone would ever do that to themselves. It's like the ultimate self-sabotage, because it's never going to affect me. I mean, it used to, but it doesn't anymore. It's never going to affect me negatively. I just think, well, why would you watch? Like, that's so silly. I don't go online and watch anyone's content that I don't like, because
I wouldn't want to make myself feel sad. And so it's the same when it comes to her content. If you don't like her, don't watch her. I really wouldn't. It's just not going to end well for you. But if you do like her, or if you're able to look at her with fresh eyes, I would suggest it, because it's lovely, feel good, cozy, calm content. So I think you'll enjoy it, personally, because I have. I swear this is not a Meghan fan account either. Like, I'm more of like a Joanna Lumley fan, to be honest. I love Joanna Lumley. But I think with her, we obviously share some common interests, and our content paths cross. And so I've wanted to watch her stuff, and I'm pleasantly enjoying it so far. So I think I saw a review on TikTok where someone was saying, you know, all she's doing is taking people that actually know what they're doing and featuring them on their channel. And it's like, if I'd listened to that and not watched the show, I wouldn't have understood that actually it is more than that. And she is sharing her tips and her tricks and the things that she knows, whilst also sharing the things that she doesn't know, but utilising people that do know. And that's what I mean about not listening to the things that you see online, whether that's people that discuss other people in content on social media, or whether that's tabloids and things like that. You have to make up your own mind of things. You have to be your own person, have your own mind, and not listen to like secondhand information on a person, because I think you will be pleasantly surprised by a lot of people in life when you start doing that more. Anyway, I've got jobs to do. So I will see you guys in my next video. Will there ever be a day where I actually make a full sourdough with you in one video? Who knows? But I will show you the sourdough in my next video.